Hi, I'm Phyllis, and my website is southernfrugal.com. It's late, about 6 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and make a pound cake. Now, I purchased a new Bundt pan at Walmart, and the last Bundt pan I had, I sold at a garage sale because it always stuck. Everything I ever made in it stuck, and one time a cake I made ran over the side into the oven. So I have been without a Bundt pan for quite a long time. But one of the viewers wrote in and mentioned about mixing Crisco and oil and all-purpose flour together and brushing it into the Bundt pan. And so I thought, I'm willing to buy a new Bundt pan to try this out. So we're going to make a 7-up pound cake. I've never made one before, and so we're going to give it a try. So for the greasing of the pan, what I've got is 1/2 cup of oil, and I'm just using Crisco oil, and 1/2 cup of Crisco. Now I guess you could use any kind of shortening. And by the way, she said you could put this in the refrigerator and use it, you know, however much you needed. She didn't really say how to mix it up, and here's a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. If I can get it to come out. There we go. At least I don't recall her saying how to mix it up. So I guess you just stir it all together. And what you end up doing is painting this into the cake pan or muffin pans or whatever you have. And I think she was using this in lieu of that spray that's got the flour in it too, which I don't really care for. So we're just going to mix this up. Alright, so I'll be back when I get this all mixed up. Alright, I finally just got out my hand mixer, my handheld little electric mixer to mix this up because I could see it was going to take a long time. So then she said to just paint it into the pan with a little brush. So that's what I'm going to do. If I can find some room here. Alright, so I'm just going to paint that into the Bundt pan. And I do think the brushes will get it all into those little crevices, which is good. Get it like that and get it kind of spread out. Now, if this works, which I really hope it does, I would love to be able to use this for muffin pans because I really hate to grease up muffin pans. We make corn muffins and different kind of muffins right often, and it's just always a pain to grease up the pan. Alright, now just get the top like that. Top of the pan. Yeah, this way your hands don't get all dirty. So I'm really liking this. Alright, let me finish this and I'll be right back. Alright, I got the pan all greased, and I can tell that I've got it greased really thoroughly, so I'm pretty excited about this. Alright, and so she said you could keep this in the refrigerator, so I just put this in a little freezer carton, a very old little freezer carton where I have a lid, and I'm looking forward to using that, especially when I'm making muffins. Alright y'all, I gotta get this mess cleaned up and get the rest of my ingredients ready for my 7-up pound cake. We'll be back. Alright, we are back, and I have all my ingredients ready for my 7-up pound cake. So we're ready to get started. Now I have got 3 cups of sugar in my little KitchenAid bowl, and I'm using that little paddle thing for there. And this is 1.5 cups of room temperature butter. Now our room temperature is pretty cool today, so it's not all that soft, but that would be 3 sticks of butter. And I guess you could use margarine if you were so inclined. Get all that out of there. And also we're getting ready to use 5 eggs. And these are large eggs at room temperature. And get that off there like that. Yeah, I'm excited about that little paint-on greaser for pans, because I'm really thinking that would work great for my muffin pans. Alright, let me move y'all closer. So the first thing we want to do is mix this. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 teaspoon of salt right in, and by the way, my butter was salted. Always use salted butter. Alright, so we're going to mix this up really good, then we'll add the eggs, so we'll be back. Alright, we have got our butter, salt, and sugar pretty well mixed in there, and I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. So we've got 3 cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of softened butter, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to add 5 eggs one at a time. Actually turning that down, and oops, 2 of them went in, but that's okay. And now, if y'all remember, when you're making a cake, when you're mixing the butter and the eggs and the sugar all together, you can mix it forever and it won't make any difference. In fact, the longer you beat it, the better it is. Ready for another one. You want to mix this till it looks kind of light and airy and kind of a lemony color. And then the final one. Now, I really like this paddle because it hits the side of the bowl really well. Alright, I'm going to mix this for, I don't know, at least a couple more minutes and we'll be back. Alright, we are back, and I hope y'all can see. Let me raise this up. How light and fluffy that is, and it's like a light lemon color. So we're ready to start adding the flour now. Now my recipe is a little bit different. I've altered it. I'm using the juice of 1 lemon and 1 lime. And the lime was pretty big, but I'm still going to use all of this. Basically because I don't like lemon flavoring. I just don't like it. I use it, but I don't like it. So anyway, and we're going to end up using 3/4 of a cup of 7-Up. And they, most of the recipes said to have the 7-Up at room temperature. And we're going to add it last. So we're going to start putting in the flour now to this mixture. We're just going to have it on low. And do it a little bit at a time. And we'll probably alternate it with the lemon lime juice. And we'll put a little of that in. Some of it out, but and again on this flour I sifted it and then measured it, and I am using White Lily all-purpose flour. Put the rest of that lemon and lime juice in. I'm going to go ahead and measure out my 7-Up. I'm going to use 3/4 of a cup. And I looked at the recipe actually on the 7-Up website, and it said to put in the 7-Up last and then only mix it a couple of minutes after you do that. So that's the way we're going to do it. And there's the rest of the flour in. And it looks pretty smooth to me, so we're going to stop it and just scrape the bottom and the sides just a little bit, just to make sure everything is all mixed in. Yeah, that paddle doesn't come all the way up, so you do have to scrape down a little bit. This is a pretty thick mixture right now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put in our 7-Up now. We're just going to mix it no more than 2 minutes. It's all in there. I'm probably not even going to mix it 2 minutes actually, just until it gets incorporated. Looks like it's pretty well incorporated to me. Yes, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop it now. Go ahead and clean this off. It already smells good. It smells very lemony to me. And I think that carbonated water kind of maybe helps it rise a little bit. I'm not sure, since I've never really made one of these before. So we will see how my little altered recipe turns out. Alright, so we're ready to put it in the Bundt pan now. Yep. Try to get this where y'all can see. Now, this type of pound cake is not going to rise up very much. The eggs will expand, and that's really where the leavening is for the cake. Alright. Now, I think this is going to work. But if it goes over in my stove, I'm going to be a little upset. Alright, this is a 12.5 cup Bundt pan, and that ought to be the right size for this recipe. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Alright, y'all, we're going to put this in a preheated 325-degree oven for about an hour and 15 minutes. And we're going to check it with a toothpick to see when it's done. And we'll be back and figure out some kind of icing or something to go on this. Alright, it looks like the cake is done, and I was so fearful it was going to go over in my oven. I put tin foil down. Yeah, I was just afraid. Anyway, we're going to take it out and cool it and make some kind of icing. We'll be back. Alright, I have let this cake cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. I'm going to now see if I can flip it out on the plate. and we're going to find out if that flour, oil, and Crisco mixture worked well in the Bundt pan. Alright, y'all, wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, I heard it come out. Oh, that pan is too hot. Oh. Look what happened. Yeah, that did not work so well. Oh. Okay, it will still be good though. We're going to make a little icing to go on it. Yeah, I think I mixed that right with the Crisco oil, half a cup of Crisco, half a cup of oil, and half a cup of flour, but it did not work for this pan. Oh. I'm still going to try it again, even though I mixed it up. Mainly for the cake. I'm going to still try it again in muffin pans, like with corn muffins, to see if it works. So anyway, we're going to make a little icing for this now, or glaze maybe, because it smells really good. And once I put the glaze on it, you won't see all that anyway. So I'm going to use up some cream cheese. This is about 3/4 of a pack of cream cheese, and I don't know, is that 6 ounces or 12? I don't know. Anyway, it's that amount of cream cheese. And I've got the juice of 1 lemon and 1 lime. Again, I'm going to put that in. I'm just going to mix that up. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Yeah. This is the reason I got rid of my other Bundt pan, the exact reason. If y'all got some advice on this, let me know. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make some kind of glaze, and I'm going to just put some confectionery sugar in there, and then if I need more liquid, which I probably won't, I'll add some of the 7-Up left in the bottle. Alright, we're going to turn this on. Oh, y'all couldn't see, sorry. Yeah, maybe I chose the wrong attachment for that, I don't know. But yeah, y'all know I let you see my failures too, okay? So I'm going to add some confectionery sugar in there. Go ahead and turn that down to low. And I am going to put this on when the cake is still warm. Okay, now I'm going to have to take this out and get the cream cheese out from the middle of that little attachment. I've only used this attachment for beating eggs, egg white, excuse me. I might have used it for some other stuff. Now, I did have this cream cheese at room temperature, so I don't know why it's sticking up in the middle of that. Just seemed like this attachment would work better than the paddle attachment. Yeah, I'm struggling here, y'all. Get that out of there. Yeah, let me get my paddle attachment. Hold on. Alright, we got the paddle attachment on now, and I'm going to add, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle y'all. I'm going to add some more of the confectionery sugar until I cut that back on. Alright, let's give it a try again. Yeah, that's going to work a lot better. A lot better. Alright, let me give this a taste. Yeah, that cream cheese is still got some lumps in it, so I'm going to give this a taste. Very good, very good. Alright, we're going to mix it more till we get the lumps out. Alright, we are back. There's what the icing looks like, or glaze, or whatever we want to call it. It's cream cheese, confectionery sugar, and lemon juice and lime juice. I think this was my fault here. I really do, because I put tin foil in the bottom of the oven because I was fearful that this pound cake would run over the top of the pan, and it did come right to the top, but it did not run over. And I looked, and that was that heavy-duty foil, so that's why you see on the cake that it's was not as brown here as it was around the sides, and it did not stick to the sides. So I'm saying this was definitely my fault for putting that tin foil in the oven. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can't hide this mistake with some icing. What I'm going to do is just kind of put it on there, and the cake is still just a little warm. And by the way, it did take a while to mix this up because I guess it's cooler in the kitchen than I thought, and that cream cheese just had lumps in it, really. By the way, this little icing is delicious. I just hope the cake's going to be this good too. So I'm just going to kind of help that along to maybe run down over the part that got messed up. Just let it run down a little bit. Right there. Yeah, I think icing can hide a lot of mistakes. Get it run down there. So a place right there where it needs to run down. Yeah, the icing is super, super good. Let that run down there a little bit. And we got a big mess over here. We need to cover that up. Let it run down. See if I need to help it anywhere else, like right there. Yep. Alright, I think we got it pretty well covered. Right like that. Alright, not bad for covering up a mistake, huh? See? Alright, we're going to let this cool just a few more minutes, and I'm going to cut it and see what it looks like on the inside. We'll be back. Alright, the cake fell. Look at that. Yeah, and I'm going to post this video anyway, because a lot of you young people, both guys and girls, are afraid to make stuff from scratch. Well, sometimes things don't turn out right. But in the end, you can figure it out. Now, I'm very sure what happened on this was I put that tin foil on that second shelf under the cake as it was baking. So this is what you have to put up with. I've already tasted a little corner of it. It's still delicious. And by the way, this is what Mr. Bucky calls kerplunk cakes, and he loves them. So he's got a lot of cake he's going to be eating. Alright, y'all, we will see y'all next time. Bye for now. And by the way, the icing is super good. Alright, see you next time.